If my next guests have a fear of sharks or oceans or even bathtubs for that matter, it is completely founded. We have one woman that we heard about who was snorkeling with her husband in the Bahamas when she felt something bump against her arm. Her name is Tiffany Johnson. Something didn't bump against her arm. Something actually took her arm. That was back in 2017. Kent Bonde was spearfishing also in the Bahamas when a bull shark took out part of his leg. And he's now a member of the advocacy group Shark Survivors for Sharks. And Keane Hayes was diving for lobster back in 2018 when, at 13 years old, he thought his buddy was pranking him under the water, and it was not his buddy. 1,000 stitches later, Keane was clamoring to get back in the ocean, which is really remarkable. Welcome to all three of you. Tiffany, I want to begin with you, if I can. You were snorkeling by yourself. I guess your husband didn't feel well, didn't want to be snorkeling that day. And then something happened. So take me through, in a nutshell, what happened when you realized you were in trouble.
Well, honestly, I was just snorkeling, just watching the fish interact, looking at God's creation under the water. And I felt like I had bumped into something. And that's literally the thought that went through my mind. So I was very casual, turned to my right to see what I had bumped into. And I was face to face with a shark, and he had my whole arm pinned in his mouth.
And that's hard for us to understand. Your arm is in his mouth, but all your consciousness is saying is I've bumped into something. When did it become very real? And when did you actually have to wrench your arm out of his mouth?
I didn't understand what had happened until I had turned and I was face to face with him. And so at that point, of course, fear took over. I started having visions of my kids, playing in the yard with my husband, and just like a movie reel of my life, started to play, and I had to push those thoughts back. And I remember thinking, no, you will not take my life. I'm not going to die here. And I just had to yank, and I kept yanking. And of course, that's when there was a lot of commotion, me screaming through my snorkel tube, and a lot of splashing and yanking and fighting. And at some point during the struggle, his jaws opened, my arm just kind of flew out, and it was gone. It was just a severed stump at that point.
Wow. And still you were able to get back to the boat. You've got a robotic arm now. I don't know if you can lift it into the Zoom shot, but wow, that's actually pretty cool. Your kids must think that's pretty cool, but you must look at it and remember that every day.
Yeah, it's definitely changed life for me, but goodness, God is so good. And I'm able to, be able to help others in their struggles, and watching others go through things. I can help them choose joy, choose peace, choose the things that the Lord has for us. And that's been a blessing to see it be used in that way. Because if it had to happen, at least in the second chance, I'm able to help others in it.
Well, in that vein, I'm going to say the name of your website, because you're Be an Overcomer. That's your motto, and that's your website, beanovercomerministries.com. You can connect with Tiffany and get these super positive messages. Kent, let me turn to you for a minute. You don't like the term attack. You would prefer that people use the term accident when we discuss shark encounters.
Absolutely. The reason I refer to it more so as an accident, as an attack, we are really not the intended target in most cases. We're doing something that's attracting the animals to begin with. We're either spearfishing, we're fishing, or we're swimming in an area that either their natural prey happens to be in, and we just happen to be there in their environment at the time. So in my particular case, I was spearfishing. And I broke protocol, got too far away from the boat. I was coming up with a fish on my spear, and a shark came in on the scent of the fish that I had shot, and was after the fish, and not so much my leg. And with the time I got hit, he got my leg, and completely skipped my leg and came up with a fish that I shot. So it was that quick, and never came back for a second bite, or never even came back. Never gave me a second shot. So In my mind, and from other people I've talked to that have had similar situations to mine, we are, so not part of the equation. It was more so we're doing something to attract them. So clearly an accident, and not so much a premeditated event.
Sure. And often I hear that we are not the preferred flavor for sharks. They do a sample bite and oftentimes don't want more than that. So lucky for all three of you, you're here. But Ken, this was a 7.5-foot bull shark, and you were 100 yards from your boat. How on earth did you make it back?
We all, as dive instructors and boat captains, we all had medical training. So, you just never anticipate having to use that training on yourselves. We were east end of Grand Bahama Island, about 3.5 miles from shore, and had none of the protocols on board that one would normally think you would have in terms of having a VHF radio or a cell phone or anything like that. And it was just, really all the training that we had that pretty much resulted in my ability to get back safely. So it was just not my time, and clearly what we had in place was what resulted in my ability to be talking to you right now. So
it's amazing that you can sort of laugh through this. And I think as you're making that 100-yard swim, bleeding out, are you also terrified of the amount of blood in the water and that you're in the middle of it?
The first thing I did when I hit the surface was, I looked at my leg. It was about as graphic of a wound as you can imagine. It tore out 80% of my calf. It was literally an ice cream scoop removal of my leg, of my calf rather. I could see bone, I could see everything, and it missed the lower branch of my femoral artery by 3/16 of an inch. I hit surface. The first thing I thought was, okay, don't hit me again. I looked at the boat. I realized I was, like I said, over 100 yards away from the boat, and I didn't want to. What went through my mind was I didn't want to die without my wife not knowing where I was, so I just started swimming for the boat, and I got to probably within 100 feet or so of the boat, and at that point I was getting real hypoglycemic. I was because I was just losing a lot of blood, and I started calling out to my wife, who was in the water towing the vessel, the little boat that we had a little skiff that we were towing around, and I said, "Listen, Deb, I've been hit." And she said, "If you've been hit, hold your fish out. Hold your fish out of the water." I said, I don't have a fish on my spear. I've been hit by a shark. Come get me. And so she let go of the boat, swam out to me. And, she got to within a few yards of me and saw the extent of the injury. And her first thought was, where are the other sharks? And when in fact, there was no, all I can say is that the minute I got hit, my first thought was, where are the other sharks? Why are sharks not coming at me with blood in the water? And all I can say is that it was almost like the ocean had emptied out. It was like something unnatural happened in the big scheme of things. A shark hit my leg. That was not the intended target, got my fish, and was gone. And everything else on the water came to like a standstill. I can't describe it any better, but that at least was my perception of when I got hit.
It's remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable. Keane, I want to get to you now too. You were only 13 when your shark encounter, attack, everybody has a different word for it, was so intensely severe the lifeguard apparently could see your lungs. Tell me what happened to you.
Yeah, so the first lifeguard on scene, his name is Billy. He said he could see my lungs actually breathing through my back. And we have a picture of it, and you can see my whole spine pretty much. So the humerus was broken at the top of it. I lost a lot of the muscles in my arm. So the rotator cuff, the lat muscle, and the deltoid muscle were just completely eaten. There was pretty much no muscle fibers to even grow back. And my scapula was broken in a couple different places. So yeah, it got me good.
But you when this first happened, I mean, Lord, 1,000 stitches. I can't even imagine you were conscious, but you thought that your friend was pranking you? How is that? Like, walk me through that moment that it happened.
Yeah, so pretty much I was coming up from a dive, and I was coming up from the surface, and I just felt something come at me from the side. I really didn't feel like the teeth or anything. I just felt it, just the impact felt like a car. And I was I came up to the surface and I was just pretty confused. I was like, what was that? And then I look over and I see, all the wetsuit and all the blood and all that. And then I realized that was not my friend. So, yeah.
Yeah, not your friend. And this, again, this is 4 years ago. So you're still a kid, like you're 17.
Yeah.
You had an intensity to get back in the water. I think that's something a lot of people might not understand either. Walk me through how you really wanted to return to the water and how that wasn't terrifying for you.
Yeah, so I've talked to a lot of other shark attack survivors and a lot of other trauma survivors, and usually people go one of two ways. They either, in my case, they would move to Montana and play golf, or they just completely, envy the ocean, live, breathe the ocean. And I think I went, obviously the live and breathe the ocean, but I've always just kind of had a thing with the water. I've always been a little fish, little water baby. So, it just kind of felt natural to go back into the water, and it didn't really scare me. My mom was honestly more scared than I was, which I completely understand, but it just felt really natural. And I knew the chances of it happening again was slim to none, hopefully.
Yeah, well, that's true. The statistics certainly do, measure up. One of the things I love to hear from all three of you and others as well, so many people who've had encounters with sharks, accidents, attacks, they become team shark. They become shark advocates afterwards, it's amazing and delightful all at the same time. So thank you to all three of you, Tiffany Johnson, Kent Bonde, and Keane Hayes. I really appreciate you sharing your stories tonight. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.